Baby, welcome back. So the other day I was recording the whipped coffee video, and I had a bunch of people on my Instagram requesting that I do that exact look. So that's the look I'm going to be doing today. I think honestly the only thing that I did different is probably my lip color, and I feel like when I do that lip color I get a ton of compliments. It's like a little bit darker than my original go-to nude, but this is literally the perfect everyday glam. So let's get into it. First I am going to start as usual with my plouise base. If you guys do not own this base, I promise you it is a game changer. You do need it. This is a magnet for your eyeshadow. Also, for those that have been asking about my eyelashes and if I'm getting them, where am I going? I am in the house, guys. I promise I have not left. I'm not going anywhere. I've been struggling every couple of nights to just add a couple lashes here and there just to keep them up a little bit. But I'm struggling just like everyone else. I have not been able to get them done. So yes, thankfully I have my own stuff that I could do. And for those that don't know, I am an esthetician. I do waxing, I do permanent makeup, I do eyelashes, I do makeup. So I am a jack of all trades. But yeah, just a little bit of that so you know that I'm not just some regular person doing eyelashes. I do them for a living. That's why I could do my own. Okay, so this palette I have been using, it's super pretty. I got it in BoxyCharm. It's the Pacifica brand. They're 100% vegan and cruelty free, and literally these shades are right up my alley. I'm assuming that the name of it is Wild Hemp, but don't quote me on that because this is my first time ever really using this brand. So I don't know if that's the name, but if you guys know the name or if I'm right, can you leave it in the comments so I know? And then also I got this on BoxyCharm. It's supposed to be a bronzer, but honestly it's a little bit too on the orangey yellow side. So I've been using this as my best friend color in my crease. Best friend color is such a Mac word. I haven't said that in so long that just came out. That's so funny. So this is from YC collection and the color is caramelo. So I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to heavily put it in my crease. And for those that are matte girls, this color is literally uninterrupted. So it's so pretty. It didn't work out as a bronzer, but it totally, or a contour color, but it totally worked out as an eyeshadow. So I will take it because we can never have too many crease colors. Or I can anyways, because this is one of my go-to looks where it's just basically a crease color and a lid color. Now that's heavily saturated. I'm going to take in this, actually I'm just going to use what's in here. I haven't used one of these sponges in so long, but it's accessible right now, so I'm just going to use it. So I'm going to do under my brow with this light shade right here. And sometimes as artists, you got to make do with what you got. It's that time for me to clean brushes, so I'm like, I'll use this for now. So now that I have my under the brow color, I'm going to go ahead and take the second shade. This is exactly what I used the other day, and I'm going to go ahead and, I'm actually going to use my finger for this. For shimmering colors, I always like to use my finger because I feel like the concentration of color just comes out so much better. It's a really pretty shade. Definitely good for every day. I mean, come on. Who gets over those shades? Honestly, when I first started doing makeup, guys, so many people would be like, how do you do that? I always would use my fingers for so many things. And looking back on it, or looking at different artists now, like Pat McGrath, I know she uses her hands like crazy, and I always feel like if you can use your hands, you're gonna be that much better with your brushes. So I do still use a lot of stuff with my hands. Not so much on my clients, because people, come on, it's kind of weird having somebody touch your face, but on myself, I definitely will use my hand. So now that my eyes are basically done, I might go back in a little bit after, but for now that's taken care of. And then I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk Beauty Blender, and then Milani, the 2-in-1 foundation, and I am the color Warm Beige. So I did a couple pumps of that. I like this foundation so much. It honestly has taken the spot of any higher end brand that I have used. It's funny, I was using something else for a little bit and I forgot how much I love this foundation. It gives a nice coverage without looking way too cakey, which I can appreciate. I know what you guys are thinking. This girl is crazy. She's doing full face makeup to be in the damn kitchen, then the living room. I know, I am. Gotta look cute on lockdown too. Okay, it's not just for going outside. I always say when you look good, you feel good. So I'm going to take my Morphe concealer. I don't know if they have any other brands, but this is the only one that I've tried from them. It doesn't really say anything else on it. And the shade is C2.25. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's kind of small. But yeah. Put a little bit under my eyes. And then I do like to put a little bit concealer where I get a little bit more red, which is around my nose. Now that I have that, I am going to, where's my other concealer? I usually use another one, but I can't find it right now. So I will use a little bit of this Huda Beauty. And I'm not one for really putting super bright or lighter concealer under my eyes. I kind of do a shade that matches with my foundation. So that's it for the skin. I really, really like that foundation. And then my go-to lately has been using velour sponges to apply my setting powder. I just get these little cheap ones off Amazon. I want to say, I'll try to find the actual brand that I've been using so I could put a link or at least put a name for you guys. So I'm going to get a little bit of powder, and then I'm gonna put right where I get a little bit more creasing going on. I'm gonna concentrate that a little bit more in those areas, my laugh lines and underneath my eyes. And then with the remainder of the product, I'm just gonna press it in. You wanna press in the skin because if you're going like that, you're pretty much moving your product around. The goal is to make your makeup last all day, so pressing it into the skin is definitely gonna do it for you. And a little bit goes a long way, guys. You guys don't have to use a ton of product, especially powder. I feel like sometimes when I go a little bit too crazy with the powder, that's when I notice caking. You don't want your makeup to cake. So just get it, press it in. You're not even going to apply more product. It's literally just whatever was left on there. I'm just pressing it all the way in. Okay, so now that's done. I'm going to get my contour. And I've been using the Tarte brand. It's ParkAve Princess. I got this also in a BoxyCharm, and I really, really been liking it. This is what it looks like. I've been using the shade Angle. So I'm gonna get a contour brush. The one that I'm using is from ColourPop, and the number is F21. So I'm starting that right where my sideburns are, and then bringing it inwards, not all the way. Now I'm gonna do my forehead. Girlfriend got a big forehead, so guess what? I'm gonna take that down by using a lot of product right there. Same thing over here, where my sideburns are, but not bringing it all the way in. I also like to look bronze, so I don't really call this a contour. I call it a BRONTOUR. So, and then I'm gonna get a smaller brush to do a little bit on my nose. This is the brush that I've been liking. It's from Morphe, and it's M456. So I'm gonna place that right on top. Just a little bit. And now I'm gonna take that velour pad and kind of just press on, because remember, product's still on there, but you want to make sure your contour is blended. You don't want to walk out with any harsh lines. So just something subtle. I don't contour all crazy, just enough to give a little bit of a slimming illusion. And also, I hadn't used this. I had picked it up from ColourPop a few months back, and I hadn't opened it, but it's a little, it's called Platinum. And it kind of has like a creamy texture to it. I really like it, but I felt like it went on so pretty the other day when I used it for the first time. So I am going to get my MAC 240S and use this for my highlight. So I'm doing the bridge of the nose and then leaving a little bit of a gap, and then concentrating color just at the tip to give the illusion of a cute little upraised nose. Now some highlight for the cheekbones. This color is so pretty. I had only got one because I thought this color was going to be a little bit too light because of the name Platinum. You think a little bit more on the silver side, and it kind of looked really light on the website, but and I got another one that has a little bit more gold to it, and then it was 2 gold. So now I'm like, I wish I would have got 2 of those because they were cheap. They were like $9 or something. So now that my highlight's on, I am going to blend my contour, my highlight, and together with a little bit of blush in the shade Gingerly from MAC. And I'm gonna just dust that on the apples of my cheeks. That's just gonna tie everything in together. So pretty. Now let's do these eyebrows. So if you watch my lives on Instagram, you know I've been using the brand e.l.f. It's called Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And honestly, best $2 I've ever spent. So I'm just gonna brush with the one side. Now that's done, let's do this side. I can't wait to get my eyebrows waxed again. That is something, even though I do it, I will not do my own eyebrows because I'll be so scared. And then to keep my brows in place all day, I'm going to use this little guy. So one of my girlfriends, Angie, she did my makeup a while back. We did a live together, and she used this on my brows, and let me just say it was a game changer. It literally keeps them intact all day long. Definitely a must-have for girls that don't have very many, you know, very much eyebrows. If you're going to the lake or to the beach or something, this is going to lock in your product as well as keeping your brows in place. I love it. So bomb. Okay, now I'm going to take a little shader brush for underneath my eyes to give myself a little bit of color just underneath. And I'm going to use this orangey brown shade from the Pacifica palette for my lash line. I always like to use shadow under here because I feel like it just is really soft. I'm not a fan of the super, super dark under eyes. Make sure it's nice and blended. Bring it up. So everything meets. Now I'm gonna, because the shade that I used in my crease was a little bit lighter, I'm gonna take this shade that I just smudged at the bottom of my eye and put a little bit in my crease. Just to give it a little bit more depth. So pretty. That's it for that. Also, another cool little trick for you guys. So my room is upstairs, so it gets a little bit hot up here. If you, obviously you want to have a smaller one with you, but if you take this with you in your compact, you don't have to apply any other product, but you see these little beads of sweat on my nose? I always get them. I will literally just pat whatever leftover product I have, and it'll take off my little beads of sweat without interrupting my makeup, which is a perfect little trick because you don't want to walk around with a red nose because you are wiping it because you're sweating. Okay, guys, so now to my lips. The color lip liner I'm using is from Peaches and Cream, and the color is Hotline. This is such a pretty brown. And then the lip liner I'm using is, the lipstick I'm using is from Huda Beauty. It's the shade Anniversary. And let me just tell you, this is my all-time favorite color ever. You can manipulate it with a different lip liner. I personally like the darker brown, but never in my life have I gone through a whole tube of lipstick because I switch them out so much. This is my second tube of this lipstick, guys. Like my second one. That's saying something. That this is such a pretty color, and the shade is Anniversary again. It's like a nude, but has a little bit of pink to it. It's not too pale. So that's it, guys. That's the look that I had the other day that I had so many inquiries on. Also, don't forget setting spray. This is what I've been using. It's e.l.f. It's literally a dupe for the Anastasia one, the one that's in like the glittery package. It smells the same. Actually, I would say the e.l.f. brand smells a little bit better. I feel like the Anastasia one has a little bit more of like a artificial coconut scent, and this one smells a little bit more pure, which I really like. I love coconut scent anything, so. But yeah. Drop a comment. Let me know if you guys like this or what looks you guys want to see next. I know I had a bunch of people asking me for my skin routine video, so that is definitely something that I will be doing very soon for you guys. But in the meantime, check this out or check out any of my videos. Please tell a friend, like, and subscribe. Bye, guys.